One of the worst I've worked in my 53 years in law enforcement.
Marshall County Sheriff Kenny Dickerson confident with results of the county's newly formed Violent Crimes Task Force investigation into Sunday's mass shooting in Holly Springs.
Based on the evidence that we have collected, based on a forensic interview of a child witness that was present when this tragedy occurred, it is my opinion at this time that it was a murder-suicide.
My mommy wouldn't get up. My mommy wouldn't get up. And when you hear your grandbaby say that, it's like the hardest thing in the world. She's seen everything. She was in the car. And she says her mommy is dead. And she says Charday is dead and Vic is dead. She said all the time.
In today's story, we will be in Holly Springs, Mississippi, a small town of around 7,000 people that is about 30 minutes from the Tennessee border and about an hour from the heart of Memphis. In Holly Springs, we will take a look at what took place outside of a home on the 1000 block of West Woodward Avenue on July 14, 2024. The home, which sits on a main street that can take you straight into town, became a scene straight out of a horror film on that Sunday evening, leading to family feuds between the victims and the alleged suspect that caused a triple shooting all in front of his 3-year-old daughter. In this picture, taken during prom in 2018, are 3 really good friends, YO-Shavawn Murry, Charday Trevino, and Victoria Pugh. That night was just part of the early stages of what would develop into a long-term friendship. Friendships that stood the test of time and continued to blossom after graduating from high school with the class of 2018. A now 23-year-old YO-Shavawn was originally from San Diego, California, but moved to Memphis area in her younger years. She, as well as the now 24-year-old Charday, attended Ridgeway High School in Memphis, and that is where their friendship started. Charday was raised in Memphis with roots from St. Louis and was a smart and responsible young woman. Though all 3 girls were close, according to loved ones, Charday and YO-Shavawn were best friends that were very, very close, and 23-year-old Victoria was a close friend to both. As for Victoria, she appeared to have gone to Wooddale High School, and she and YO-Shavawn also worked together in the past. As of current days, Victoria and YO-Shavawn were both said to be attending Southwest Community College, and all 3 of the young women had high hopes for their future. Initially, YO-Shavawn wanted to be a veterinarian, but it seemed that she decided to become an animal laboratory tech instead. She would announce that in May 2021, and alongside the post, she said, "Baby, stop your dreams, but my baby motivated me 10 times more to become what I dream to be. I'm going after a better lifestyle for the both of us." At the time, she was around 8 months pregnant with her first child, and the first of the 3 girls to have a baby. However, after some time, YO-Shavawn decided to become a nurse and was working towards that in school. As for Charday, she also went into the medical field, just wrapping up school in June of 2024 with a 4.0, and was set to walk across the stage in August of 2024. As for Victoria, she had big plans for her life as well. She was currently in school to become a counselor and also was taking WIG classes to make her dreams come true. By all accounts, these 3 knew what they wanted and were doing what was necessary to make it happen. Though life appeared to be going good for the young 20-somethings, there were said to be issues with YO-Shavawn's daughter's father, 27-year-old Nathan Stewart, who was from Holly Springs. Apparently, he was not treating her or her family well, and some terrible things had happened in the past. A police document obtained by one of Memphis's local news stations revealed that Nathan was accused of puncturing YO-Shavawn's mother, Rita, several times with a knife back in 2021. The document also stated Nathan had punctured Rita's dog several times before stealing Rita's car. That in itself would have been enough for me to leave him alone forever and take my child. There is no more playing nice for me personally after something like that. Also, more information stated that an arrest warrant from 2021 shows a complaint made by Rita and YO-Shavawn alleging that Nathan said he would unalive them both via text message and social media posts. However, according to Rita, her daughter wanted to be kind and let her daughter know her father and his family, so she still had him around. Unfortunately, though, Nathan took Siobhan's kindness for weakness and decided to destroy multiple people's families on July 14, 2024. According to the Holly Springs Police and the Marshall County Sheriff's Office, they responded to a shooting at a home on West Woodward Street just before 7 p.m. that Sunday. When authorities arrived, they found 4 people DOA and another unharmed. Of those 4, 3 were in the car and 1 was said to be in the driveway. All of them with gunshot wounds to the head and all allegedly shot at very close range. According to Rita, she said her daughter and her friends traveled to Holly Springs to pick up her daughter, who was being watched by Nathan's mother. When Siobhan, Victoria, and Charday arrived at the home, apparently Siobhan and Nathan began to have words. Then a neighbor reported hearing about 10 gunshots, and this neighbor knew Nathan from a youngster. Initially, it was reported like a mass shooting and 4 people were gunned down, but authorities believed it to be an unenlivened S-side that took place after further investigation. The whole crime played out with Siobhan and Nathan's 3-year-old in the car with them, and she saw it all. The only blessing out of this whole situation is her sweet life being spared. And that is because allegedly Victoria shielded her in the back seat with her own body.
Neighbors and family members tell me that they are heartbroken after this shooting.
I've never seen nothing like that before.
Family is torn apart. We are broken.
One victim's auntie, Nancy Stewart, says her nephew went by a nickname, Nate. Neighbor Joe Wilson used to take Nate to school many years ago. He describes to us what he heard.
Instantly after the first 3 or 4, it sounded like another 3 or 4 shots.
The names of the 4 victims, a man and woman from Holly Springs and 2 women from Memphis, have been confirmed.
Investigators in Marshall County believe 27-year-old Nathan Stewart fired the fatal shots. Deputies say that 3-year-old witnessed the murder of her mother, 23-year-old YO-Shavawn Murry, 23-year-old YO-Charday Trevino, and 23-year-old Victoria Pugh.
This heinous and cowardly act led to a major family feud after Siobhan, Victoria, and Charday's lives were cut short. Many loved ones of the victims say that Nathan was dangerous and sick in the head. As family took to social media to express their grief, some of Nathan's family was saying, "Long live Nathan," apparently not comprehending or not just caring how that could make the victims' loved ones feel. One of Nathan's loved ones even stated that they bet not catch no one talking on his name. This was just a small part of the back and forth that was taking place. Many more words were said and the victim's family were standing their ground, as they should. There is no way to justify Nathan's alleged actions. So even if he was your best friend, brother, cousin, or whatever, it is not okay to take to social media with your opinion, knowing the carnage he left and the multiple people he hurt. Some things are better left unsaid, especially for the public. It is more than obvious that Nathan was loved by many, but again, that does not excuse his action for taking 3 lives. His own daughter kept repeating over and over, "Mommy's gone, Vicky's gone, Charday is gone," and that mommy won't get up. She witnessed it all. She's only 3. One loved one of the victims said it best in a lengthy statement, and I quote, "His family can keep defending him like they always have. Instead of helping him with his psychotic attributes, they motivated him and still continue to protect his evil spirit he had inside him. This is the definition of bad parenting. And as you can tell by his family and community posts about him, speaks volumes of their character and is quite embarrassing. Long live my auntie Shavana and her 2 best friends. Honestly wish his side of the family wasn't so ignorant and lying about the situation. Thousands of people have your address posted on the news, and you continue to talk as if your life isn't at risk. Just like him, we can be crazy too. We have our own army behind all 3 of those women, including the public, which is a hell of a lot more supporters than him. My side of the family have been very professional about the situation while trying to grieve, and honestly, I'm sick and tired of his side acting like thugs and children. Way too old for all of that. You can shoot a car up with your own child in it and still be looked at as an angel? Definitely shows their character. The child is safe now. She still recalls the night it happened and can talk real good. She's explained what happened in great detail for a 3-year-old. One thing she repeats daily is, "I tried to wake mommy up, but she wouldn't get up. heartbreaking. We have talked to forensic and professionals in crime, and although it's not out in the public, we have the answer, and I'm sure his side has it too. But when the truth does come out, which I know you know, be mature enough to accept it. Period. That is very devastating, the crime that took place. And even if it was my own kin, I would not even be saying long live them, because the Lord is real. Even the local sheriff that has been doing his job 53 years said this was one of the worst crimes he has seen in 53 years of his law enforcement. With all of that being said, many loved ones said they also warned Shavonna to stay away from him. Writing on social media, when someone says they're going to harm you, believe them. And to add insult to injury, Nathan's family allegedly lied about what happened and tried to cover up what went down with the victims. However, what is done in the dark normally comes to the light, and that's for all of us. We have to be accountable and put a stop to repeat patterns of unhealthy behavior. Just because you love someone does not mean they do no wrong. There is a time and a place for everything. And when someone takes the life of 3 people and in front of a child, you would think that the alleged suspects' people would have common decency to not take to social media with long live such and such. Do you not see the gravity of the situation? 3 lives, a mother stolen from her daughter and vice versa. There's no justification for stupidity, and it is downright evil to act like the family of those 3 beautiful young women should not be upset and grieving. We are so desensitized, and a lot of people's ways are unhuman-like and just completely barbaric, to say the least. My thoughts, though, and prayers are with all the loved ones connected and involved for all 4 families who now have to grapple with the lifelong effects of one man's actions. No judgment, just truth. YO-Shavawn Murry, Victoria Pugh, and YO-Charday Trevino should still be here living life and growing old. So please don't forget to comment your thoughts and prayers for these families in their difficult time, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.